on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will take the first swing of the game. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. Off play action on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Wants to throw. It's McCown. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to that. Nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this
ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Open runway ahead. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. using the quick game. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tulane. What a grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. And they had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to throw, it's McCown. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Spins away. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to... And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hughes. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. A new set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for room. It's McClure. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a...
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No.
Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, UTSA. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Spins away from the defender. Any way you can in your freshman season at quarterback, and he gets it done on the ground. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Here comes the hurry up. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gainer.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they made it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses the 35. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in San Antonio as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Alamo Dome.
And the Roadrunners will kick it off to start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Tulane right back to the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Pressure coming. And they got him. A sack. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Williams. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Williams. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the misfire, now on second down. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. To the ground with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy.
Touchdown, Tulane! And House. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, yes, over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that the end zone, making a huge play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him. And then, boom, he hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me. And now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
Tulane right back to the line.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go. make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Fresno State has the lead right now, but this Bulldog Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
To throw, it's McCown. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Green Wave. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Up by 1. They're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Quarterback will keep it. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
Well, that's the right call to go for 2 right there, because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game, and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you had gone for 1, your opponent can take the lead with the kick. So nice job there getting it executed.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. The Roadrunners want to move quickly. running back has it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's McCown. Lost one deep down the right side. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in the kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Williams. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll ride his man on the option. And into the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tulane.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Fires it incomplete.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
Now on second down after the incompletion. The play action fake. Coming after him. And the quarterback is snowed under. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield, it's McCown. Working that left side now.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Getting some heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to fire deep. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
On the ground, it's McClure. At the 45 on his way. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air on 1st down. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. 325. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the offense will get the ball back, a rather anticlimactic way to celebrate the win. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season's outs, these guys have put together a winning streak.
Sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.